Hello everyone and welcome to game 2 in the series between BLY and BeastyQT. Game 1 was a rather short game on Shakura's plateau. BeastyQT looking rather sloppy against BLY, or perhaps BLY just being that effective with his banelings, with his Zerglings, and being ever so powerful. We'll see what's going to happen here as we now have SCVs currently just mining away here at the 10 o'clock expansion. BeastyQT once again spawning as the blue Terran. Meanwhile, BLY spawning as the green Zerg. Zerg versus Terran here on Tal'Darim Altar, and this map is going to be a little bit more difficult for BLY to actually establish up a third base. Third base options are either here where there are destructible rocks, or here where it is rather far away from your own second or your own natural expansion. And because of that, Zerg players may not like or BLY may not be able to do very much, or he may not have very many options. BLY may try to go for perhaps some sort of two-base timing. A two-base timing would work out well, as a Zerg player who has a macro hatch and two bases can get in and deal a lot of damage. Now we'll see what's going to happen here as a drone now simply making its way across the map. Where exactly is this drone going? It's coming across the center to make sure that there are no proxy barracks in the center portion of the map, and then just going to continue and scout at the very far expansion location. He's not going to find anything there, but I also like how BeastyQT has built rather close to home. By building this close to home, he knows that a drone that simply comes up the ramp may not actually go all the way inside the base to spot this. We'll see how far this drone actually goes. Pretty much, he will completely reveal, sees nothing at all, and now makes his rounds again. SCV now are starting to do a bit of scouting as well. We'll see where this drone goes. This drone is going to make its way down over here, most likely, as there is an overlord, which will be at the 10 o'clock location. One supply depot now being built on the front door. It looks like the overlord will get there in just the right amount of time. But that's still not going to be good news, as there may be a couple Marines in order to actually shoot down that Overlord, and that would spell trouble, as an early Overlord loss does lead to some supply blocking. BLY now flying his way over. He will spot the supply depot. Will BLY actually park himself up on that high ground? And yes, he does. Is he going to stay there? Yes, he parks himself on the high ground in perfect position, able to see what exactly is happening at his opponent's ramp. And now SCV still continuing to scout. Hatchery at the natural expansion about to be completed as this game is underway. We are going into a very early Roach Warren, though, so BLY opting to go for an early Roach Warren, and this hatchery may simply be just used as a macro hatch. Roaches are very strong against Hellions, able to deal a lot of damage, even if there isn't creep and no real speed or no movement speed bonus. The roaches still deal a lot of damage, and they also take very little damage. Zerglings going after the Marines. One Zergling does get taken out. The SCB could perhaps turn around and try to take down another Zergling there. That would actually work out well for him. But no, it looks like that SCB will be lost, and 150 resources lost by BeastyQT versus BLY's 31. So yeah, 31, 6 minerals lost with the extractor trick, and then 25 for one Zergling. 6 roaches now being added. We'll see how many more roaches will be added, as well as we are at 25 over 27 food. Harvester count showing 16 drones versus 20 SCVs, as now the Zerglings are going to try to make their way in. The bunker may get stopped here, as the Zerglings are just going to get toasted here. That is not good news whatsoever. All 3 Zerglings have been destroyed. The roaches now coming back around the far side. Are the Hellions going to scout these roaches? Yes, they are. And the Hellions are now simply retreating and returning home. You can see that BLY still has a lot of gas, not that many minerals. We'll see where he's going to go with all of this, as the roaches are going to be able to make their way up, and there is only Hellions and Hellions against roaches. The roaches would come out ahead in this battle. SCV is now going to come in to engage. There are Marauders as well. The Marauders really focusing down and dealing damage to that one roach there. 2 roaches may get taken out here, as they are now trying to leave and get away from that bunker. So this one bunker, that one Marauder inside, dealing more than enough damage, as more roaches trying to come in. It looks like they will be able to do exactly that. Another roach getting torched now, as roaches are battling it out. BLY not looking all too good. His harvester count is at 16 compared to 15 SCVs. There we do have double bases for BeastyQT. BeastyQT will be able to do some mules now, as we now see a nice round of drones coming in. 22 drones versus 15 SCVs. BLY doing a little bit of a tech switch now, deciding to perhaps macro up as Hellions are now making their way out across the map. There is one queen in position, and that is it. Getting in some easy shots as the Hellions now just going to town on those drones. Drones are in a very, very desperate situation here. More drones are just going to get torched once again, and it looks like drone after drone is going to fall, and BeastyQT using these Hellions very effectively, taking down multiple drones. One more drone may get taken out. No, what is going to happen here? There are 4 Hellions left, and it looks like another drone, another couple more drones are getting destroyed here. So more drones still getting taken out. BLY desperately in trouble as the worker kill count 20 compared to 9. 23 SCVs, 11 drones now, as the Marauders are going to be more than enough to handle those roaches. The Hellions now backing off, going all the way home. We can see that double barracks now being added. No starport as of yet. We are getting into stim, and BeastyQT doing a complete turnaround in game 2 and showing why he is a professional player as well after that really gut-wrenching loss on game 1 with Shakura's Plateau. 7 more drones now being added. We'll see who will be able to come out ahead. BeastyQT unable to train up nearly as many workers a minute, as BLY has been hitting his injects pretty regularly. There we go, getting another inject there, but no queen at the main base. So this is rather interesting. The harvester count, the unit tab only shows 1 queen, so he is not really producing that much larva. BLY at 46 over 52, getting in some more roaches. The Hellions are now going to try to test the waters, get pushed back by a round of roaches here as the Marauders now making their way up the ramp. The roaches now engaging. The Hellions simply just going to drive by here, get some easy damage on some more drones, taking down multiple units again and again. The Marauders now finally showing up to the party. It may be a little bit late, but still going to perhaps give the victory to BeastyQT, as BeastyQT says game. So 2 very quick games here. Game 2 taking place on Tal'Darim Altar. BeastyQT able to tie up the series. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening.